So most of my research has been granted by national or international entities. So at some point, even as a researcher, I wanted to contribute and to build things that will be useful for other people. And but at some point, what we found is that at the university it was quite complicated to do that, and this is what insisted us to build this company. Most of our research was based on artificial intelligence and deep learning, and was applied to neurodegenerative diseases such as multiple sclerosis or Alzheimer. At some point, we found that all the methods that we were hacking and building in the lab would be super interesting for the medical imaging community, also for the hospitals. And this is what motivated us to start the company. This was where most of the methods that we were developing in the lab, we published in very nice papers, and we start talking with hospital centers and neuroradiologists, and this is where we saw that most of the solutions that are already in the market were not used. And this is what started the idea inside of, wow, why are not using them? Why can we start and build something that could be useful? The first thing that I did was just to combine my supervisors, my PhD supervisor, but also it was very important to convince which is now our Chief Medical Officer, Professor Alex Rovira from Vall d'Hebron Hospital, because without them it could be very, very difficult to start this project, because given that they have this experience in the field. But also from the beginning it was very easy to see that we were engineers and we didn't have the experience in business. So from the very beginning in 2019, I had the pleasure to meet also Bart Husken, which is is a senior entrepreneur and a professor in the other school here, in the business school here in Barcelona. And from there we started to collaborate, and I was able to convince him to join us. So he's the one that is helping us to do the less errors as possible. And for sure, I cannot, maybe the most important one is my co-founder, Dr. Roger Bramont, it took a lot of time to me to convince him to join the company, even to leave his job in a big company and to start working on us in something that was like just an idea. So I'm very, very grateful for all of them. I think that as first-time founders, the most important decisions that we did was to incorporate from the very beginning professionals in the field that help us to go more fast and to be able to understand better the market where we are. I think that at an entrepreneurial level, the most important insight that I have received is that being disciplined is way more important than being smart. I think that the kind of advice that I would like to add will be something that we learned from the acceleration program CRAASH that we were doing here in Barcelona, which is that contrary to what we will find in the startup world, where we say that fail fast and cheap, in healthcare this is something that you cannot apply, because you know that you have the regulatory and you also have to know very well the industry where you are in. So it's very important to have someone that knows the market before you go in. I think that the most important things for me are, first, that entrepreneurship is about listening, it's about learning, and it's especially about being able and feeling comfortable, feeling bad all the time because you are doing things that are outside your zone of comfort. So I think that still, even that you are feeling all the time bad, still you need to be productive. I think that as first-time founders, we didn't have a lot of experience, and we didn't know about all the available programs that are available here, for instance, here in Catalonia, for instance, like the CRAASH program. So there are a lot of things that you can do before you incorporate the company that can help you to understand better if you need to incorporate the company or not, or things that you can do to fundraise money or things like that. So far we have validated our product, not only national but also with international European hospitals. And now what we want to do is to put this software in as much hospitals as possible in Europe, And at the same time, we are also working very hard in receiving the CE marking for the product, for being a medical device. Once we have that, the second thing that we will do is to start the certification also for the FDA program to be able to sell the software in the United States.